honestly, I can actually just cherry pick that screenshot. I kind of just want to see if it does it automatically. The Northman. Finally got to see it on Thursday. This was one where I'm like, oh, this looks good. And I've been hearing great things about it. What's its Rotten Tomatoes score right now? I've been hearing great things about it. I never actually saw The Witch or The Lighthouse. I've heard good things about both, although I've heard The Lighthouse, even years after it's come out, I've heard people basically go, I still don't know what that movie was about. Yeah, Northman's got 89% Rotten Tomatoes. And let's see here. The audience overall, I'm guessing overall likes it a lot. There is 66. Ooh, not as much. I mean, the audience overall likes it, but not as much. And to be fair, I can see why. First and foremost, fantastic film. I think The Batman is still my favorite film of the year, but it's a quality made movie. This is shot like an epic tale of legend. Like this lingered for a few days in my head. Like some of those shots, man, like the acting. Oh man. It's the story of Alexander Skarsgård's character, Amith. Sorry, I'm on IMDb and his picture has him in a tux suit and all that with no pants on. So I don't know what that was for. All I know is you're the man, Alex. But Amith, Amleth, Hansel. But here's the story of a young Viking who is the rightful heir to his kingdom. His father, Ethan Hawke, is murdered. He goes on the run, and when you see nothing, by the way, I'm going to reveal is really not in the trailer at all, so don't worry. And he goes and grows up with hatred in his heart. He becomes a berserker, is what he does. He is raised by berserkers, and he goes and he does his own thing, and then he goes for his quest of revenge. I like, by the way, how it does advertise that Willem Dafoe and Bjork are in the film. Willem Dafoe has, at best, 5 minutes of screen time, actually, with maybe 5 minutes of dialogue. Or 6 minutes, or like 7 to 8 minutes worth of dialogue. Bjork is only in there for one scene, yet she's heavily advertised because people know who Bjork is. No, I don't have to. But yeah, and it's the story of his tale of revenge. And I heard it put best. This is not what you are actually expecting with when you see the trailer. It's different than how the trailer makes it out to be. The trailer just makes it seem like a period piece and a tale, but it's actually more told like an actual like Nordic fable about this man's kind of odyssey on his own right, journey to take back what was his and his revenge. And I do really appreciate it. It's shot. There's some shots where I'm going like, oh, God, it's so beautiful looking. But it's very gray. There is some times where there's color. But it's very gray. It's very bleak. I have heard other people say that this is actually the most accurate portrayal of Viking culture because Vikings were not good people. Even the good people among Vikings were not good people. Our main character isn't actually that good of a person. He does have some moral, compared to like other people, like the villains, I guess we'll call them, because technically everyone, again, like I said, there's really not many innocents in this world. In fact, there's no innocent people in this world. There are just better people than others. Because he does some shit, like he does some serious shit. He kills people that probably didn't deserve it. He's part of raping and pillaging. Like hasn't grown into necessarily a good person, but he does still have some moral values. He says he doesn't kill women. He won't kill a woman. He probably won't kill a child. All that, and that I'm not going to say how it plays out, but that gets tested. But he's still he's still driven by rage and vengeance and still do heinous shit to get what he wants done. And it is riveting to watch this character who you're like, they're not the best person, but you are rooting for them because when you realize how terrible other people in the film are, you're like, he is pretty much a lesser of two evils here. Anya Taylor-Joy, I commented this, and some other people I think have said this too. I'm pretty sure Alexander Skarsgård is married. If him and Anya Taylor-Joy actually ever had kids, they would be the most ungodly, beautiful creatures that ever walked the face of the earth. My God, first off, is Anya Taylor-Joy just beautiful, like just unnaturally. I think I've heard it best. She's almost like extraterrestrial beautiful. Like she doesn't quite look human. She looks almost human, but she looks a little fey and otherworldly in a very good way. She's a very attractive woman and a fantastic actress. Oh my God, is she so good in this film? Like she's one of those actresses who is not afraid to, go to places, to, do scenes where you'd be like, wow, okay. So she's never apparently had any fear about that, and good on, she's got a good honor. And then I'm not saying every actress has to be able to like do a nude scene or a sex scene or anything like that, but I'm saying like for the actresses and actors who feel completely comfortable doing that, I feel like more power to them, because it shows a level of trust in the people they're working with. Like they can trust them. And it also shows a level of confidence in themselves, I think. And I really appreciate that. She plays the character Olga of the Birch Forest. And she is, and you see that, hear it in the trailer, but she said, you can break their bones, I can break their minds. It's like she's, in essence, a kind of a Wiccan, a witch type character. But the level of which you see mysticism in this film is very what's the term I'm looking for? Up for interpretation. How? Because there's scenes where you're like, okay, this is definitely not magic. They're doing this. But in other scenes, you're like, okay, is this like real supernatural mysticism going on? Because there are scenes where stuff like that happens, and there's no true explanation for what happened. You're just left to imply that either this happened or this is in his head. There's a scene involving a fight where you think, okay, this is all supernatural shit happening. But then you cut to the aftermath, and you're like, okay, maybe that wasn't the case. It's very, I like the fact that it's making you question things like that. Whereas with like something like The Green Knight, which I think is actually, this is a very good comparison for in terms of tone. Whereas The Green Knight, I loved it, but it did slog a little bit. Like this is very well paced. Whereas The Green Knight slog. But it's similar in the same tone to Green Knight, but whereas in The Green Knight, it's very clear there's mysticism in that world. Here, it's still a little up for interpretation. And I do appreciate that. But to Alexander Skarsgård real quick, my God, the workout routine on this man. My girlfriend talked about when I mentioned is like, there's a level of working out where you're like, oh God, it's like almost gross. Like my girlfriend kind of says like with The Rock or like John Cena. It's like, it's kind of gross what they do. It seems like they kind of pushed it too far. But then I'm like, there's the builder physique, and then there's the warrior physique, where this guy, you can tell, this guy's not only in shape, this guy looks like he will tear your goddamn head off. And my God, in this film, does he go to town on Fool. Like, this is not a film for kids. Oh God, no. Oh dear Lord. There is decapitation, there's mutilation, and Skarsgård is looking like a beast throughout the whole thing. And poor horses. There are several moments of poor horses and dogs and people. There's a couple scenes too where it's like, oh God. Yeah. So Klaus Bang, who plays Fjolnir, who's the brother who kills Ethan Hawke. Who Ethan Hawke's not in the movie that long. He's in it long enough. He's fantastic in the film, as is Nicole Kidman, as is everyone. Everyone's acting is superb. I will say that there is a scene that comes up in the movie where if you watch the trailer, because I watched the trailer and immediately in my head, especially when they showed one scene involving a character, I'm like, okay, is that what's maybe going to happen in the movie? And I'm watching the movie like, okay, all right. And that scene comes, and it's a messed up scene. Great scene, but a messed up scene. And I'm like, I wish I was. Maybe I wish I didn't see as many movies as I did, because I'm now being able to just pinpoint plot points just from a gaze, just from like the look someone gives, and it's a plot point involving a character and what their motivation is. So yeah, I will say I will close this out by saying that this movie is fantastic. It's not super long. I mean, it's about, I think, 2.5 hours long. Let me see here. Where's the 2 hours and 17 minutes long. I will say this. It felt it, but not like it was dragging. It felt it in the sense that, yeah, this feels about 2 hours and something odd minutes. But even in the trailer, when you see the scene with the Valkyrie riding, I'm like, is that Valkyrie? And I'm waiting for the scene again in the movie, and I'm like, okay, oh, there it is. Okay, there's the Valkyrie. And sure enough, I'm like, okay, look, what's this director's name? Robert Eggers. Eggers, you're a great actor or a great director. You made some great stuff. You cast fantastic, 99.9% of the time. You couldn't have found anyone else who didn't have braces. Why did the Valkyrie have braces? Like, you look at that scene. The Valkyrie has braces. Why did the Valkyrie have to have braces? Is it because of like the metal or something? Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, take the braces out. Like, it didn't even like take me out of the movie. Except it's just the fact I noticed it. Like her yelling, just like like still looked badass. It's just I noticed the braces. I don't know. Maybe I am looking at it wrong. Maybe those aren't braces. Maybe those are something else. Someone let me know if I'm right or wrong about that. Anyway, I highly recommend the Northman. I thought it was very, very good. It might be, because honestly, the Outfit was my second favorite film of the year this year. This might have usurped it. I don't know. It's been a very good year for movies, and we aren't even halfway through the year. We're only going into May tomorrow, so I don't know. We'll see. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. This week, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Just do the arms up for the spells. Yeah. Man, I am kind of chomping at the bits for this movie. I've seen some of the clips. I've seen all the clips. I've seen a couple of those TV spots. And I'm wondering, A, who else is on the Illuminati? And B, what else are we going to get in this movie besides, like, oh my God, I'm going like, anyway, I digress. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you folks for the next one.